I'm Blair Gilbert here for MrHardware.com and Gilbert's Pro Hardware in St. Clair Shores, here to talk about a little bit of fall home maintenance. Happens to be caulking, where the building shrinks and expands, dissimilar surfaces move differently. We're looking for a flexible caulk. We want to fill these voids. We want to keep insects, moisture, and rain from entering the house. I'm going to do this in two swipes. I'm doing one thin bead where the caulking meets the trim, and then my second bead will be where the caulking meets the brick, where really the failure is. When you're doing this, two thin passes and a narrow cut tube is much cleaner than one big fat one. What I like to do is I like to get rid of all the easy loose caulk. I'm not going to strip the house. I don't want to spend all day on this. I just want to get off anything that's going to make my job look more unsightly. So we're not just knocking off the excess. If it's easy, I'm taking. If it's not easy, I'm moving on. Because I'm going to caulk over it anyway. But I'd like my friends to see my building look neat. Caulking, two things. Cut the hole in the tip very small. Unless you're trying to cover a huge void, which you shouldn't be anyway, you don't need a big tip. If you have a big tip, you put on too much caulk, you make a mess. Cut the tip small. Have a paper towel. Rip it into finger wipes. So as you stop and start and get caulk on you or caulk somewhere, you can use these finger wipes, wipe and throw them away. That way you don't end up with caulk all over you. I'm going to do this in two swipes. I'm doing one thin bead where the caulking meets the trim, and then my second bead will be where the caulking meets the brick, where really the failure is. Make sure you get those mortar joints. So in two light passes, I've covered both my areas. Now using my paper towel and my finger, I'm going to clean this up a little. I do not want to get any more caulk onto the brick. It looks bad. We want to keep the brick as clean as possible. We're going to clean our finger constantly as we're going along. I get too much caulk on my finger, I wipe the gob off. Clean finger, I can go again. If I get too much caulk on my finger, I stop. I'm going to clean my finger and then carry on. After this has full of caulk, get rid of it. Get a new one. That way you don't get caulk on you anywhere else. Only your finger, and you keep your finger clean. So there it is. There's a touch-up caulking job next to the house. Hopefully good for another 5, 7, or more years. Keep the house watertight, keep rain from getting in. Just a quick tip, not that hard, not that expensive, $4 a tube, from MrHardware.com.